Hey guys, hope you had a great weekend. We're looking at gold here, 15-minute time frame. The vertical bar here is the last time we checked in on gold. And let's work our way backwards. So on the weekly time frame, we pulled back from our 1326 resistance. And let's take it one step further, monthly equilibrium. So we are looking for a new lower high. Ideally, we don't necessarily think it's going to happen for sure, but this has been the pattern, and the pattern holds until the pattern breaks. A very useful information, I know. But that's sort of the way it goes when we're playing this game. So, monthly time frame, not so bad. Multiple green bars. We need to see, at the very least, some consolidation here. And that could take the form of a bull flag on the weekly, or we could just start pulling back into that EQ, which I feel is more likely than just straight climbing from here. On the weekly time frame, a very similar situation. We've had 2 solid weeks of bull activity right in the 1326 resistance. We could see a couple weeks here of small red consolidation before we take another crack at 1326 in the form of a bull flag. More likely, as I said just a moment ago, I would like to see a further consolidation and actually a pullback into continuation of that equilibrium. So right now, all signs are for the bulls here. There's no signs of trend change or overall weakness other than what we're anticipating on speculation, and that's all it is, just as people who are claiming it's going to go to 1400 in 2 weeks, that's just speculation. All we can do is play what the charts are telling us. Right now, the charts still favor the bulls. We can form a bull flag here on the monthly and weekly and be just fine. What we need to do is see what happens on the smaller time frame. So if we go to the daily time frame here, we see that pullback. This is a healthy pullback from 1326. We still have EMA 12 and 26 as support, and we can come all the way down. I'm going to be comfortable looking at 13 or 1297, that area, for a new higher low, or a new lower high. For a new higher low, and from that point we can just go back up and test 1326. So what we would basically see from this point would be climb up to 1326. As long as we're setting higher lows on the daily time frame, that's okay. So alternatively, come down and we lose EMA 1226 resistance. We start knocking out these dailies. Then we start looking at weekly trend changes, and things start to dip toward the potential continuation of the equilibrium. Right now, for us, what we need to be paying attention to are the 4-hour and hourly time frames. The 4-hour time frame is clearly in the control of the bears at this point, although I got to say the bulls are giving it a real solid attempt today to set a new higher high over 1315. So this is a current resistance. Let's zoom in a little bit on that to see what we're looking at. Now we've got a double top resistance at 1315. That's why we pulled back so vigorously here. And now we're coming back up to test that again. So if we set a new high below that level, that will just look like 4-hour continuation to the downside, and we'll expect a new lower low somewhere down here in 1307, and then it will continue until that trend changes. All right, so 4-hour is still bearish until we get over 1315 and set a new high. On the hourly time frame, we can see that we've actually changed to an hourly uptrend. So instead of setting lower highs and lower lows, we've set this new low at 1308. Let's just turn on our pivots so that we can see those more effectively here. 1308, 713, we've set our new high. 1315, now here we have set a new higher low. That's great for the bulls, and bulls want to see continuation. They want to get back above 1315 and set a new high. That'll allow us to continue this zigzag pattern back toward 1326 for another resistance test. Now, this is still an hourly downtrend until we can get over that 1315. So we've got our half of our uptrend here, and we need to get that higher high. Without that higher high, we're just going to look for potential EQ on the hourly time frame, which will come down and tighten up and ultimately making a decision. On the 15, let's look at that. Why not? There's our steady climb. No real slowdown. RSI is getting cooking, but 67, so almost in overbought territory. This means, in my opinion, if we get up to our 1326, we will be overextended, and we will not be able to break through without something crazy happening. It's not often you can smash through resistance on very, very high RSI. You want to see that cool off, and you want to see a nice 15-minute uptrend. A lot of time and opportunity for bulls to collect their thoughts and get all their pizzazz together and smash 1315. So, to reiterate, monthly, still in the control of the bulls. Weekly, still in control of the bulls. We're seeing a little bit of weakness, but this can turn into a nice bull flag and have continuation and to retest 1326. Daily time frame, a little bit weaker. We can go down, and if we set below this important line of 1297, we will be setting a new trend change, and that trend change will be bearish, moving from the bulls to the bears. 4-hour time frame, trying to go bullish, still bearish, and the hourly time frame in a little bit of a toss-up here. We had a clear downtrend. We've set new higher lows, but we've not set higher highs quite yet. So that's what we're going to be watching heading into tomorrow. Overall, I'm still feeling good about this continued equilibrium down into the 12s, and we'll see what happens there. That's just speculation based on the information that we have in front of us, and that is the best we can do right now. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.